Hey, how we doing, folks? Just wanted to make a little a short video here just to let you know what I'm up to. I'm leaning on, you can see my engine drive here. This is off the truck. It's in the shop because I'm having to do a little work to it. When the temperature dropped down, well, I guess it was during the week, it didn't want to run. This engine drive is, it came from a rental, it came from Sunbelt Rental, and it's a great machine, I love it. It's just that, I'm sure it was tortured when they had it. So I had to take it off and bring it in the shop. It was having some problems starting. I thought it was glow plugs and, electrical problems, things like that. I put a battery in it, I got some glow plugs. It still was giving me trouble, so a friend of mine who's a real mechanic came over and helped me get it running. If you're watching, Mike, thanks, I appreciate it. Like I said, this thing it's a good machine, but it's getting kind of tired. Not even that it's got a whole lot of hours, it's only got about 3,300 hours. But again, I'm sure it was tortured as a rental machine. These are very expensive to replace, so I've been trying to not be too hard on it. I mean, I know just using it's hard on it. I mean, you're burning a 1/4-inch carbon air arc rod, and you're working it pretty good. But what are you going to do? It's what like the saying goes: pickup trucks and pocket knives are meant for using, right? It's a tool like any other. So, like I said, it just seemed best to, you can't do much with this on the truck. I'm sure you've seen in some of my other videos, let's see, I think I had it pictured, I don't know, in some of the field videos, and I know when I started that John Deere side dump bucket, you could see clearly, it's tight. It sits in a pocket between the cab and the body, and that's about it. You can't fit much else in there. You can change the oil with it in place. You can spin a new oil filter on it. You can change a fuel filter, things like that. There's not very much more you can do with it when it's mounted on the truck in that welder pocket. So, fortunately, I've got it to the point now where it's just 4 bolts, and the forklift to get it off. You can see I've got the chain here and everything. Forklift's behind me. I don't know if you can see it or not, but anyway. Anyway, we got it pretty well squared away. It seemed like it was a fuel issue, and we think the transfer or the lift pump is maybe starting to give up the ghost. So we're going to try that. I'm going to try that. I mean, we got it running, but and again, it's a Kubota-driven engine. I'll take the camera off. I'll show you over there in a minute. Not that there's a whole hell of a lot to see, but I'll show you. So these Kubota parts are relatively expensive. I mean, I put glow plugs in it. These glow plugs were like 36 bucks a throw, and there's 3 of them. It's 3-cylinder diesel. A fuel pump from the dealer, or a transfer pump, whatever you want to call it, it's about $120. I think I've actually spotted a couple of them on eBay for around $25. So that's, tells you something there. And it says they're genuine Kubota parts. So again, just for safety, I'm going to order one and put it on there. So that's about it. Like I said, I'll take the camera off and I'll show you what I did. Not that it's really all that interesting, but mainly what I wanted to do was I wanted to say thank you to everybody who's watching, all my friends, all my new friends. Actually, I honestly feel as though since I started doing this, I can't believe that people are actually subscribing to my channel and they're interested in seeing what I'm doing. I'm incredibly humbled, and I thank you all for watching. It's amazing to see that. I'm so glad that people are enjoying what they're seeing, and overwhelmingly all the comments are very nice and positive, and again, I really appreciate that. That's just such a nice thing to see that, and to see that people are enjoying, and and every once in a while there's a technical question in there, and I do my best to answer it, and I'll keep doing so. And again, thank you. It's just amazing. I never dreamed that people would actually be interested in seeing. I'm just doing this mostly for fun, And again, it's nice to have met some wonderful new people, and you know, I feel as though I've actually made new friends through doing this, you know, and again, I look forward to seeing what they're putting out there, and it's, you know, it's great. It's a nice part of the day for me to do that. So again, thank you, and again, I mostly wanted to say happy holidays to everybody, very Merry Christmas, and wish everybody a Happy New Year. So again, just thank you all. So let me go over. I'll take the camera off, and I'll just kind of go over what it was I was doing. Okay, so anyway, I just figured I'd show you over on my machine. I know I briefly, because I did a video on this during, I think it was the summer. I had to do some repairs on that exhaust pipe that had had rotted away and this and that, and I did some other stuff. I think I played with the motor mounts. Oh, when it let go, it burned a lot of the wiring. So I think I have a video up on that. But anyway, this is my welder. It's a Miller Trailblazer Pro 350D. Diesel. It's a 3-cylinder Kubota diesel, and again, it is tired. You know, it tired meaning the engine. Obviously, you know, it's not a low-speed diesel. I think it's in other words, it's not an 1800 RPM machine. I think it's a, you know, 20 some odd hundred or something like that. I don't think it's quite as fast as a gasoline. I'm not positive. But anyway, it would be nicer, of course. I guess ideally my ideal machine, and I guess if this thing, you know, shits the bed, I'm going to have no choice but to get it. I'd like to be up around 400 amps with a low speed, you know, an 1800 RPM diesel, and I think that would suit pretty much all my needs. But I do need the features of this of a machine like this. I need CC, CV, I need AC, I need DC naturally. I need a lot of power generation. This thing will make 12,000 watts of auxiliary AC power. I need that. My compressor on the truck is electrically driven. You know, I need what this machine will give me. And oft times, I mean, if the phone rings right now, as you know, and sometimes it does at night, I have to go, and I may need to run, you know, a few of this style, you know, fireman light, and I got the compressor running, you know, and I'm running a grinder, you know, and this and that. So I need kind of what I have. Traditionally, the stronger, heavier duty 400 amp lower speed diesel driven, you know, welders are generally, you know, though they're high on output, you know, welding amperage, they had traditionally been low on generator, you know, auxiliary power amperage. I kind of need a combination, so this is kind of what I need. I know nowadays, of course, yes, certainly I could put myself into a Lincoln Vantage, or I guess a comparable would be a Miller Air Pack maybe, or something. And yeah, I could get all those features, but you know, I could also get a price tag of around, I think, $28,000. So anyway, that's just not in the cards. So anyway, like I said, this is the machine that I've been using. Again, it's difficult to do any of these in other words, I did put a new battery in it just now when we had it out, because again, this is very difficult to access on the truck. So I did put a new battery. I serviced it. I did put, though it wasn't, as it turns out, it probably wasn't necessary. Let me move this light there. Right in here, 1, let's see, 2, 3. There are glow plugs in there. I did change the glow plugs. Oh, and over here is a glow plug relay, which actually I wound up having to cross over. It's the same relay as a Western snowplow relay, so I wound up using that. And like I said, as it turned out, when my friend came over and looked at it, it was not an electrical or a glow plug problem. It was a fuel problem. And in fact, let me show you. Let's see. Let me move this lamp here. It appears we suspect that it is this little. Let's see. How can I? Here we go. This little transfer, or lift pump as some people call them. This essentially takes the fuel from the fuel tank, which is back here, this large black plastic thing. It transfers it from here through the fuel filter, and then from the fuel filter it comes out and goes into the injection pump. So this had almost no output, but again, my friend came over, real mechanic, and again, thanks Mike if you're watching. He came over with an electric one, and this is a mechanical pump driven off a cam, obviously, in the front of the engine. He came over with an electric one and got it all primed, and we left this one hooked up, and it does put out, but not what we suspect it should be. So again, since I've now found one for a reasonable price, I'm just going to buy it and put it on there, because you know, we don't have any provisions to check any fuel gauges or anything to check it. So that's that. I did what I'm going to do too. I found it does have an engine block heater in it, and what I did was I ran a plug out and I put it out to the front of the machine here as an extension cord. I just wire tied it up. So what I'll do is when I know it's going to really be cold, you know, I'll plug it in on the overnight. You know, that'll probably help too. And that's about it. Over here, I would start it and run it for you, but I don't know, I think it's more trouble than it's worth. This is the road draft, you know, the breather tube comes all the way up from the valve cover. This is putting out a fair amount of smoke, so there's a fair amount of blow-by. It has to get pretty warm in order for that to start dissipating. It always, in fact, there you can see on my fingers there, little residue there. So it's, like I said, that's how I know it's tired. I don't think it's critical yet. I don't think it's fatal, but it's probably, you know, it's probably down on compression. So, you know, so again, you know, it's getting older. It's getting, you know, it's getting worn out. So it is what it is. So yeah, so that's about it. Just a quick rundown on my, on a couple little more repairs on my engine drive. So anyway, I guess that's the official look at my now worn engine drive. It's beginning to match everything else in the shop and me. I'm pretty well worn too. So that's that. And again, mostly the purpose of this was just to say thank you to everybody. And I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I'll see you next time, I guess. Probably, you know, right after Christmas or whatever. I do have some interesting stuff. You know, I'm going to be doing, at least customers have called and said they have some things that sound like they might be interesting for videoing. So that's about it, and I'll see you folks in a while. Again, everybody have a great holiday, and remember, as some famous guy once said, everybody polka.